Oh, hold on, that is you right there, ain't it? Looking at this video.
Hey, cocky as fuck, everything about me poppin'. Got face, I got body, you name it, I got it. Cocky as fuck, bitch, you know I'm conceited. Yo, hoe wanna be me, yo, nigga want eat it. Cocky as fuck, everything.
What is up, foodies? I hope everyone has been having a lovely day today. So thank y'all so much for joining me in my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how I make this Cajun Salmon and Shrimp Linguine with homemade Alfredo sauce. Yes, I said homemade. But before I get started, make sure you like, comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Alright, so you will need lemon pepper seasoning. Only if you don't have lemon, it's optional. Onion powder, paprika, morning seasoning all, or Tony Saturates, whatever you want, salt, garlic powder, Old Bay seasoning, black pepper, and parsley flakes. The dill is optional, but if you want it just for to make it look cute, whatever. Onion, linguine, green onion, chives, whatever you want to call it. Shrimp, you don't have to get raw, you can get the cooked ones if you want. And pink salmon fillets, it doesn't matter if it's skin on or skinless. And heavy whipping cream. Alright, so here I just have my pasta noodle water. I let that get to a boil and I put a little bit of salt in the water. You don't want to put too much salt, but you know, just put enough or whatever. I don't really measure out anything. Yeah, so right here I'm just putting the noodles in there. I don't like to break the noodles in half because I don't want them to be like short or whatever. So I'm just going to like push the noodles into the pan. It'll be like really easy to do once they get wet. And then it'll just go down in there like so. Alright. So we got that done. Alright, so while the pasta noodles are cooking, we're just going to take the tails off of our shrimp. So you're just going to hold it close to the bottom, but like, and pull slightly. But you don't want to pull too hard. You don't want to pull too soft. And right here, I'm going to slow it down for you guys. So, you know, y'all can see what's going on. There you go. All right. So just keep on going. You'll like eventually get the flow of it. Because you just don't want the bottom of your shrimp to be left off in the tail, because, you know, that's a waste of shrimp. Alright, so our pasta noodles are finished. We just gonna empty them bad boys out. I let them cook for about 13 minutes. You know, it's gonna take your pasta noodles about 13 to 15 minutes to finish. You don't want them to be overcooked. You don't want no crunchy ass noodles, and you don't want them to be like mushy either. So yeah. Alright, so right now I'm just gonna like saute my onions, because I don't want to put raw onions in my like Alfredo mix or whatever. So I'm just gonna saute those with a little bit of olive oil or butter, you know, whatever's up to you. So I'm just gonna saute those in the pan. If I say saute one more time, I'm gonna kill myself. Alright, so you're just gonna put those in there. And we're just going to do that while we season our shrimp. But keep your eye on them. Don't let them burn up. If they start looking a little bit too crispy, then you got your fire too high. Or you don't have enough butter in the pan. Alright, so we're going to go through and season our shrimp. We're going through first with some salt. You don't want to use too much salt, because you're going to have some salt-based seasonings, and you don't want it to be like too salty. Like, no, baby. So you're going to go through with the Old Bay seasoning. Baby, Old Bay is my new bay, because I love using that on my seafood. Like, it's so good. Alright, so I'm going to go through with some pepper. And then I am going to go through with some lemon pepper. And I don't really measure like any of my seasonings. I just do it. I just estimate it, you know. Like I said, as long as it's like, if it's salt based, just don't use too much. And then I'm stirring my onions right now. All right. So you want to go through with the Morton seasoning salt. And then you're going to go in and get that seasoning on everything. You want every piece of shrimp to get the seasoning on it. Like, so you just going to go in there and, you know, do your thing. Alright, so now our shrimp are about done. We are basically just going to put those in the same pot as the onions. And also, I'm going to set a few shrimp to the side just for like the topping at the end, you know, just to make it look good and pretty or whatever. And now we're going to season our salmon. Alright, so now we are making the seasoning for our salmon. We're going to go in first with some black pepper and some salt. The only salt-based seasonings that I'm going to use for the salmon will be regular salt and onion salt. So, yeah. Now we're going in with some lemon pepper. Also, like, it's really good to put lemon on your salmon. It is so good. I use lemon pepper seasoning because I did not know I didn't know that I had lemons in the fridge the whole time. Alright, so I use some Old Bay seasoning, onion salt, garlic powder, and paprika. And then I'm going to just mix all of those seasonings together so we can get ready to lay them across our salmon and like rub it in and, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to lay my salmon on the cutting board so that I can sprinkle the seasoning on it. Also, make sure you season both sides of your salmon. Do not only season one side of it, because you're going to be eating both sides. And you don't want, like, that's just foolery. Alright, now we're going to flip those bad boys over and season the back of them. Oh, also, I forgot to say this within the video. Please make sure that, like, while you're touching shrimp, raw shrimp, and salmon and stuff like that, I've been changing my gloves out within the video because you do not want to cross-contaminate anything. So, yeah, make sure of that. So now we have let our butter simmer in the pan, and we have let our pan heat up. And now we're just gonna lay the salmon in there. The temperature that you cook your salmon to is all up to you. I'm not really for medium salmon. Like, I eat my steaks and stuff medium rare, but I mean, I like ahi tuna, but baby, I cook my salmon like medium well done. Like, to be honest, not really like all the way well. Probably like medium well. Yeah, I think like about medium well. Alright, so I just let it cook on each side for about 3 to 4 minutes. Also, once again, make sure that your oven eye is not too hot because you don't want to burn the salmon or overcook it or dry it out. Alright, so I'm just going in now and flipping it over. And I'm just really about to fast forward the rest of this cooking part, like while I'm making the salmon or whatever. Alright, so now we will be making the Alfredo sauce for your linguine. You're going to put about that much butter that I put and let it heat up. Also, don't forget cream and cheese. I did not list that ingredient, but I am going to make sure to go back and put that somewhere on the screen. So yeah, you're going to let that butter get to a melt. I think I have my fire up a little bit too high because it looks like it's smoking a lot. And you want it to be simmer, but it shouldn't be smoking that much. Alright, so then you're going to go in and you're going to pour your heavy whipping cream. I use like a whole thing or whatever. I don't like dry pasta. Like, you do not want the pasta to be dry. Alright, so now I'm just going in with the seasonings that I've been using the whole thing. I went in with the paprika, some onions, salt, garlic powder, lemon pepper seasoning, more seasoning salt, regular salt, pepper, and I think I'm going to go back in and end up adding like some oregano to it. Oregano. But yeah, I'm going to go back and add some oregano because usually when I'm cooking and like I see stuff, yes, like I'm going to add it in there. So yeah, you're going to add all your seasons and then you're going to let your heavy whipping cream come to a simmer. Oh yeah, so I also added oregano and parsley. And now that my heavy whipping cream has come to a simmer, I'm just going to like stir it in. Also, just to make my Alfredo sauce a tad bit thicker, even though it's going to get thick when the temperature drops. So if it looks watery while it's cooking, it will not stay like that. But just if you're a little bit paranoid about it, I just add a little bit of flour, like not a lot, just a tad bit. A little sprinkle.
I'm about to flame you.
Nothing major.
Mom, Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence.
So now I'm going to go in and add my Swiss cheese and my pepper jack cheese. I love cheese, y'all. Like, I am a cheese lover, even though it's so unhealthy and I'm lactose, but whatever. Alright, and then I'm going to add one more spoon of butter for flavor. And stir that around. If you want to add your cream cheese now, you can also. I honestly almost had forgot about the cream cheese, so that's why I didn't add it in this part. And I usually use shredded cheese, but I was so unprepared for this recipe, y'all. I saw it and I was so ready to make it. I had everything in the freezer to make it. So I was like, why not? And I made the shit work. So, hey. And it sure was good. So, hey. Whatever. They weren't complaining. So now this is where I'm going in with a little bit of flour and just sprinkling that in the Alfredo sauce. And then I'm just going to stir that in. Now we will be adding our green onions to the Alfredo mix. And we're going to go ahead and pour the shrimp and onions, sauteed onions, into the Alfredo mix also. And at the end of this, you're going to see me add the cream cheese. That is because I forgot to add it. So I went back in to put it in. But you will already have it in there because I'm going to put a reminder somewhere in the video to make sure that y'all already have the cream cheese in the Alfredo sauce. So after you do the green onions and put your shrimp and onions in, it should be done. So yeah, that's just me trying to show y'all about how much I added in there. Alright, so now that everything is done, you will basically just be plating your dish. I did a plate in a bowl because I wanted to see which one I liked better. But then as I was doing it, I already realized that I like the plate better than the bowl, because I think it just looks better on a plate. So yeah, the rest of the video will just be me plating the food. Then you're going to get your salmon, lay that on top of the pasta. And then once you lay the salmon on top of the pasta, what you're going to do is go back with the sauce, and you're going to put more sauce on top of the salmon. And then you're going to take another salmon and put it on top of that salmon, and then put sauce on top of that salmon. But if you only do one salmon, then you know there's no need for the last step. But if you do use both salmons, then yeah, you're going to do that. Also, on the video, I did not do this, but I went back to do it. I added parsley for color, and I added some paprika. And that just really set it off. I don't know why that paprika set it off like that, but it just made it look so beautiful, so beautiful.
What is that? Oh shit!
Do not put that big ass tree on there like I did the first one. I don't know why I did that. I definitely went back and took some of that off because that was a little bit too much and I wasn't feeling it. But yeah, there you go.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
Thank y'all so much for joining me in my kitchen to cook this. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also in the comment section, give me some ideas on what you want to see me cook or what you want to learn how to cook. Okay? Bye, foodies. Have a good day.
Bon appetit.